All right, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Mitchell here. We're going to be talking about today how high XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. can go next week, and what are we waiting for? So on CoinMarketCap right now, and just to get it started, right off the bat, is what I think we're kind of waiting for, and what crypto seems to kind of be consolidating and waiting for, is the Fed interest rate cut, not cut, stay the same, whatever, next week. It is looking like they will cut. Now people are thinking it might be a bigger cut than was previously thought. So they were thinking maybe a 0.25 cut. Now they're thinking it could be as high as a 0.5 percentage cut. We'll kind of have to just wait and see for next week. That's next Wednesday. So mark that on your calendar. Between now and then, there's PMI and CMI and other stuff coming out, data and everything that will kind of maybe play a role into that. But it seems like that's why a lot of crypto is consolidating, and we can look at XRP. So right now, market cap is down 1%, volume is up 8%. It's down below the $3 again after we kind of popped up there, right? So it's kind of been in this downtrend, but right, between here and there, some consolidation that it kind of broke out and it's maybe retesting. We'll look at the chart after this though. So that, yeah, it's kind of been slow, and it kind of seems like we're waiting for next week in the Fed's decision. Ethereum, kind of the same thing, down 1.77% on that, on the 1 day, 7 day, basically flat. Volume up 8.8%, market cap down 1.7%. You see it's very much consolidating. The 7 day, the month, it's come down and just really tight consolidation. Then let's go back and look at Bitcoin. So we got on the 7 day, we got flat, market cap down 1.34%, just changed, but volume is up almost 21%, which is nice, but still kind of in this range, consolidating for the last week. Even in the month, came down and kind of consolidated in this range. So it seems like a lot of consolidation. That is kind of due to summer months, kind of consolidates a lot. And now we're officially in September and everything, and with rate cuts on the table and this, that, and the other, I think it seems like people are a little bit on the sidelines, or probably more institutions, really. I feel like retailers are in here and we're still making things happen, but the whales and maybe the big money, the institutions are waiting. They're kind of on the sidelines, right? For next week, the altcoin season's at 50, so still in the middle. Fear and greed is in neutral. So that kind of shows you too. It's like people are like, I don't know, what do I want to be bullish? Do I want to be bearish? They're kind of waiting to see. Here's TradingView. Let's just check out the charts real quick and just what I have. If you have something different on your chart, let me know what you're looking at. This isn't 100% right, or there's some different trend lines that people draw. This is what I just have, and it makes sense to me. So I use just simple trend line support. I love using the Fibonacci tool, which comes in most trading platforms, and using the golden zone, which is 0.5 and 0.618. And then I like the TTM squeeze to see if we're squeezing and what we're doing with volume, and kind of that's another indicator for kind of some volume and stuff that can be pretty bullish or bearish. But I have this downward trend because it's touched way more times than just a couple. I know there's one that I've seen that's basically like, move that over from here to here, and so it's kind of touched those three, you could kind of say. But I'm like, that's only 3 points, and before that was only 2 points. The rule of thumb is you want at least 2, but you kind of want 3, and we had just touched that. So I mean, that could be a trend line depending, but like I said, I like this one because it was, there's way more touches all through here, touch. But we have officially, this is XRP again, we officially broke above the 21 EMA and kind of out of this trend line depending on what you're looking at. But just for, for the sake of this video and to make it simple, it really would have to be, I would like to see break out of that too. So I might keep that there for a little bit. But it found support down here at the 0.5 and kind of the previous low. It came back and picked up some buyers that were waiting, after it jumped up like that were sitting here with some buy orders. So it came back and got that, and we kind of found some support. So that's XRP. I mean, we're not in a squeeze right now. We haven't officially come back up in the green area, but it's trickling up and it's looking like that. So I would imagine once we officially hold above the 21 and even break maybe this trend line, if that holds true, we could see some volume and some, but again, that might not happen until next week. I think people are waiting. Same with Bitcoin. I just have the fib on this, still using TTM squeeze, and it's coming up, and we're not in a squeeze or anything right now, at least on the daily. But we found some support down at the 0.618. Again, it had this big jump, and there were some buyers probably still sitting there waiting to be like, I'm going to keep my order there, so if it comes back down, we can buy. And it looked like they picked up some orders there, but is battling to get above the 21 EMA, still below it, rejected multiple times, just in the last few days, handful of days. Ethereum, same thing. Ethereum's been nice. It's actually still kind of coming down, cooling off after this big run. You see where it had all these spikes in the TTM squeeze, and it had a nice run. I mean, consolidated, boom, consolidate a little bit, boom. Fighting that 21 EMA right now, hasn't officially bumped up off the 0.5 or 0.618 on the Fibonacci tool and retracement there. So it's been rejected a couple times. So I wouldn't be surprised for it to kind of come down and maybe catch some of these buyers that might be sitting here with an order, or even ones down here. So it's kind of in a tight consolidation because, you have some orders here after these big spikes that people are probably still waiting to buy as it comes and touches. So Ethereum has been doing really nicely. And so I just continue to run my plan with all three of those, which is just dollar cost average. And it's nothing crazy. I mean, I'm just an individual investor, retailer, and I just do $10 a day in Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP. Keep it simple. I'll mess around with that and maybe add, if I have some cash on the side, I'll put that in when it dips a little bit more and put maybe more than $10 a day. But right now, as far as it goes, my trading plan is simple. It's long term. It's $10 a day, and just holding through all this. But I want to keep you guys informed of what the market's looking like, what the chart is looking like, and also what we're kind of waiting for, which seems like the Fed, interest rate official news next Wednesday. Again, that is next Wednesday if you want to mark that on your calendar or whatever, locking in your brain. I don't know how the market will react. I feel like a lot of this is built in maybe to it, to the prices and stuff, but I feel like, especially if we get a 0.5, I think the market will react in favor of that. But if it even goes 0.25, we could see a little spike. I mean, that is good news, and it could be, we could see a little bit of a jump in Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP and some of the altcoins. And we're still teetering on this altcoin season. It has to be, 75 or more to be officially in the altcoin season. But I think we're looking for some of these altcoins, which is every coin but Bitcoin is altcoins, to kind of take over and make a big move in this next Q4 of 2025. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. And I think that's what most people are doing, especially the whales and the institutions are waiting to see what happens next Wednesday, that is. I'm just going to keep saying it. So hopefully if you don't put it in your calendar or anything, it'll just be ingrained in your brain, your subconscious back there or something. So next week you'll be like, okay, there's something happening with crypto. Or just with the market in general, but it will definitely affect crypto too. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video. Just wanted to keep you guys informed and show you kind of what I'm doing, what I'm waiting for, what I think most people are waiting for. Look at the chart, look at the prices and CoinMarketCap and see how everything's doing. Overall, it's looking good. It's exciting. Yeah, let's just wait and see what happens. next week. But thanks as always for giving me some of your time. Thanks for checking out my little channel here. Like, subscribe, comment. Again, that's just how I do my chart. If you have something different, you're looking at something different, let me know. I'm cool to check that out or even change, how I do my charting and stuff, because I know it's not perfect and it's not, the right way, but something that's just simple and makes sense to me and something to look at. But yeah, thanks as always, and maybe catch you on the next one. Peace.